Okay, well, it is 7:32 p.m. on Tuesday, May 26th, 2026. Good evening. My name is Christian Klein. I am the chair of the Arlington Zoning Board of Appeals, and I'd like to call this meeting of the board to order. First, I'd like to confirm all members and anticipated officials are present from the Zoning Board of Appeals. We have Roger DuPont
Here.
and Patrick Hanlon
Here.
and Venkat Holly
Here.
and our associates Brad Baranowski
Here.
and Nicholas Rosenberg.
Here.
Good to have you all with us. Mr. LeBlanc is not with us this evening. I'll be asking Mr. Baranowski to vote in his stead, should that be required. Then from the town, we have Colleen Ralston, our clerk and zoning assistant.
Here.
Good to have you with us. And then appearing for docket 39019 Lancaster Road. Do we have Marquetta Crandall or someone else?
I think he just came in, Christian.
Oh, we're first?
Well, nope, I'm just doing the attendance just to make sure we got you here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So tonight's meeting of the Arlington Zoning Board of Appeals is being conducted remotely, consistent with the bill signed by Governor Healy on March 28, 2025, which extended temporary provisions pertaining to the open meeting law to June 30th, 2027. The extension of these provisions allows public bodies to hold their meetings remotely by providing live, adequate alternative means of public access to the deliberations. This meeting is being recorded and will be broadcast by ACMi. Members of the public who are participating via Zoom and who wish to offer public comment should be aware they will be asked to provide their full name and address so a complete public record of the meeting can be taken in accordance with state law. All participants of this meeting are advised that people may be listening to the meeting without offering public comment, and those people are not required to identify themselves. Any votes that are taken this evening will be conducted by roll call vote. All supporting materials that have been provided to members of this body are available on the town's website unless otherwise noted. Public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. As chair, I reserve the right to take items out of order in the interest of promoting an orderly meeting. As the board will be taking up new business at this meeting, as chair, I make the following land acknowledgement. Whereas the Zoning Board of Appeals for the town of Arlington, Massachusetts, discusses and arbitrates the use of land in Arlington, formerly known as Menotomy, an Algonquin word meaning swift waters, the board hereby acknowledges the town of Arlington is located on the ancestral lands of the Massachusetts tribe, the tribe of indigenous peoples from whom the colony, province, and commonwealth have taken their names. We pay our respects to the ancestral bloodline of the Massachusetts tribe and their descendants who still inhabit historic Massachusetts territories today. So turning to our agenda, we're starting with administrative items. Item number 1 is the vote to approve the meeting minutes from our May 12th meeting. These were prepared by Ms. Ralston, distributed to the board for questions and comments, and a final version posted back to the board this afternoon. Are there any additional questions or comments as they relate to the minutes from May 12th? Seeing none, I move that the Zoning Board of Appeals for the town of Arlington approve the minutes for the May 12th, 2026 meeting of the board.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hanlon. So roll call vote of those in attendance. Mr. DuPont?
Yes.
Mr. Hanlon?
Yes.
Mr. Holly?
Yes.
Mr. Baranowski?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes, that's approved. That brings us to item 2 on our agenda, the vote on the approval of docket 3900, which is 304 Washington Street. This was a hearing that was held on our May 12th meeting. The final decision drafted by Mr. LeBlanc distributed to the board for questions and comments, and a final version posted back to the board at the end of last week. Are there any additional questions or comments as it relates to the written decision in regards to docket 3900, 304 Washington Street? Seeing none, I move the Zoning Board of Appeals for the town of Arlington approve and adopt the written decision in docket 3900, 304 Washington Street, which grants a special permit for the erection of a single-story addition within the front yard setback under section 813B in the zoning bylaw.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hanlon. So roll call vote of the members of the board with Mr. Rosenberg standing in for Mr. LeBlanc. We have Mr. DuPont,
Yes.
Mr. Hanlon,
Yes.
Mr. Holly,
Yes.
Mr. Baranowski,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes. That decision is approved. That brings us to the end of our administrative items, which brings us to the hearing section. Before opening tonight's meeting for public hearings, here are some ground rules for clear and effective conduct of tonight's business. After I announce each agenda item, I will ask the applicant to introduce themselves or themselves and make their presentation to the board. I'll then request that members of the board ask what questions they have on the proposal. After the board's questions have been answered, I will open the meeting for public comment. At the conclusion of public comment, the board will deliberate and vote to either continue or to close the public hearing. All votes will be taken by roll call vote. The final vote on any matter before the board will be taken at a subsequent meeting once the written decision has been drafted and provided to the board. After the decision has been adopted and signed, the decision will be filed with the town clerk, starting the 20-day appeal period under state law. After that time, the applicant may proceed with their building permit. However, under state law, no decision granted by this board shall take effect until a certified copy of the final decision has been filed with and recorded at the Middlesex South Registry of Deeds in Cambridge by the applicant. So with that, item 3 on our agenda this evening, the first of our hearings, is docket 3901, 9 Lancaster Road. If I could go ahead and ask the applicant to introduce themselves or themselves and tell us what they would like to do.
That's us at 9 Lancaster.
Sure.
Oh, hey, sorry, we've never done this before. So we are building a small bathroom addition on the second floor of our workman's cottage. There's currently only a bathroom off the first floor off the kitchen, and we just want to make a full bathroom on the second floor. Because it's a workman's cottage, it didn't have a bathroom at all, and there was an addition built on the back of the house to accommodate a bathroom. And what we'd like to do is just build directly on top of that to make another bathroom. The reason for the special permit is in order to get into the bathroom, we would like to bump out. I don't know if I need to bring up architectural plans or anything, but we'd like to bump out about 7 feet to a structure on posts in order to have like a closet and a hallway to get into the bathroom from the side. If it's easier, I can possibly bring up a plan, but that's essentially it. We're adding about 134 square feet to a 650 square foot house. So,
Okay. Let me go ahead. I can share that site plan.
yeah, the site plan's pretty clear with the footprint. Yeah, right. So that where the little red line is, right? Yeah, there's a bulkhead door going into the basement, and we're going to build over that, but not enclose it yet. We just want to actually just have the space on the second floor. So because of the amount of open space on the property, that's why we're applying for this special permit.
Okay. And then just briefly the plans that you had submitted.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So the work is here at the rear of the property.
Right.
So existing basement, new footings at the first floor level, just posts coming up, no changes to the first floor.
Yeah.
Second floor, removing the roof and making an opening to the rear, and then this is the addition here, so it's the bathroom over the bathroom below.
Yeah.
And then a little hallway and a closet at the second floor.
Yeah, so that little hallway and the closet is sort of the reason for this, but we felt like it was a good way to get into the bathroom without losing a lot of needed space in the bedroom, since the bedrooms are about 9 by 14 or 9 by 12 or something.
Okay.
So
then I think, yeah, just a roof plan.
yeah.
And elevations. So this is the portion you would see from the abutting neighbor side, from the front, you'd be seeing this new piece of roof here. From the rear, it's this portion up here, and then from the street side, well, yeah, sort of from the street diagonally,
Yeah.
you would see this.
Yeah, you could probably see it from Mass Ave if you looked past the house. There's a house between us and Mass
Oh, okay.
Ave. Mhm.
And then just a couple quick sections. And then yep, this is the volume here.
Yeah, and the reason for the dormer on the back is just to give us a little more headspace for the shower.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're not totally thrilled with bumping out the roof, but it was kind of necessary to get just that a little bit of extra space. But I think it looks it's in the pocket.
Yeah. And then just all the rest is electricals and details and all those fun things.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Appreciate
Oh,
you.
you're welcome. And so again, just on the site plan, so it's just this small portion here.
Yeah, we're just dealing with a very odd shaped lot. And will be so as long as we live here, but
Yeah, so triangular lots are a little unusual in
yeah,
town.
yeah, it's kind of a pie shape.
Yeah. Um, so in reviewing the application, so I had looked currently, there's a couple of things. So one of the things we have in our zoning bylaws is this thing called usable open space, which is space that's open to the sky for most of it. Is at least 25 by 25. So on your lot, you don't have any usable open space, which is no problem. It's a pre-existing condition. The board just needs to make sure in its decision that we are also approving um, that we're continuing with zero usable open space.
Mhm.
And then we have the rear yard setback is primarily where we are. So the building itself is currently 4.2 feet off the rear, and the addition is in line with the building, but because of the orientation of the building to the lot line, it'll be slightly farther away.
Mhm.
And it's not creating any new nonconformities. Um,
Yeah, we're maintaining the already small setback of like 5 feet from the back, and we're kind of hoping we're gonna probably get rid of the shed that was built there, and
mhm.
it's clearly on the neighbor's property in the back, so we're gonna remove that and as sort of a quid pro quo too as well.
Okay. So that shed, you have access to that shed from your side.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's kind of bizarre. It's like it's built and then the fence goes about halfway up to the shed. So we're just gonna remove the shed and continue the fence line,
Oh, okay.
just to get rid of. I mean, we'll build a shed or use something else or use the space under the dorm by
Okay.
the bulkhead. So
I think those were the questions I had. I'll open it up to the board. Are there additional questions or comments from the board?
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Baranowski.
I just had a question, just because we have it before us. How does the driveway work on lots like these? Because um, it's not a corner lot, right? Even though it looks kind of visually like a corner lot.
it's on a curve. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
a little bizarre. I believe that they built a fence, um, hoping for enough space to be able to pull a car in there right now. Currently, there's that let's see. So there's two weird rhombusy shapes. There's right where they split is where there's a fence with a sort of a fence that swings in. So theoretically, you could open that gate and pull your car in, and everything inside that green area is actually paved asphalt.
Mhm.
So we're going to maintain that, but and hopefully, we'll figure out some way to reposition the fence so that we can either pull the car all the way in or something. I don't know. We're not sure what to do with the outside yet. But But yeah, the driveway is a little shallow, but you can pull a car in. It's you know, it sticks out a little bit with
Mhm.
you know, if you leave the gate closed. But we have dogs, so we always leave the gate closed, and we just kind of maintain the yard as a backyard.
Okay.
But it is bizarre for sure.
Yeah, and Mr. Bernowski, where you may have been going, like if this property did not already have a driveway and you're trying to create a driveway, that would be much more of a problem because there really isn't anywhere on the lot that you could legally construct a new driveway.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just asking more for my own kind of edification,
Yeah.
not that this was a problem I was seeing on the application. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually had a conversation last week with the building inspector on a different site where someone has a very different, they have no driveway currently, and they're trying to figure out where they can put a driveway. And
Oh yeah.
it's like, oh, wish they built it back when they built your house in the 20s, but
Yeah.
now that now that
Well,
we're in the wrong set of 20s, there's really
right.
not much one can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, at some point, when that fence wasn't built, people would just pull their car up to the side of the house where that
Mhm.
asphalt is. But we, you know, we like having a small backyard for the dogs. So,
Yeah.
but we might reconfigure it. It's just kind of the last thing on our minds right now.
So, do you happen to know the age of the house?
I don't know. I know is it 1900?
It said 1900,
Yeah.
Oh,
but
wow.
I was also told that 1900 is kind of the catch-all
For
for whenever they're not exactly sure when the house was built.
Oh, okay.
Another account told me that uh, the house was almost part of the historical record, but missed it by a
Oh,
couple of years.
Hmm,
So my sense is that the house is pretty old.
yeah.
okay. And you said it's
Yeah.
originally a worker's cottage for probably for farm labor at some point?
Railroad
Oh,
workers.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, Larry and Valeria might actually know more than we do, but I think this was all part of one property or something, and maybe there were, but we're not totally sure, but it's a very small house, but it's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Are there any other questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, I'll now be opening the meeting for public comment. Public questions and comments will be taken as they relate to the matter at hand and should be directed to the board for the purpose of informing its decision. Members of the public will be granted time to ask questions and make comments. Those who wish to address the board should digitally raise their hand using the button on the React tab in the Zoom application. Those calling in by phone, please dial *9 to indicate you would like to speak. You will be called upon by the chair, asked to give your full name and address for the record, and you'll be given time for your questions and comments. All questions are to be addressed through the chair. Please remember to speak clearly. And once all public questions or comments have been addressed, the public comment period will be closed. So with that, are there members of the public who wish to address this application? Again, this is number 3901 9 Lancaster Road. With that, we have Mr. Steve Moore.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm sorry about my video. It's quite the washout. Just quickly, I
My
noticed.
name and address for the record,
Oh,
sir.
yes, thank you. Steve Moore, Piedmont Street. Not actually very far from this. Question. In looking on Google Maps, and they may not be accurate anymore, I was looking at the plot both vertically and from the street view. And I noticed what looked to be a very tall chimney of some sort, a metal one, to the rear, as you're looking at the front of the house, to the rear right. And I'm wondering, number one, does that still exist?
It is actually currently there, and we will be taking that down because just to build on the back of the house. It was a kind of a makeshift stainless steel chimney for a wood burning stove that they had put into the kitchen that we had no use for, but sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, that helps, Mr. Chair. I was going to ask, how does the new roof and that chimney and the chimney height interact? But if it's coming out,
Yeah,
then
right.
that answers the question.
Yeah, we left it on there just because we knew we were going to do something with it.
Into the chair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Um, Next we have Larry and Valeria Ramden.
Hi, and Mr. Chair, thank you for the floor. And I will just say, my name is Valeria Ramden. I am the immediate neighbor, if you're looking at the house directly to the left, number 33 Woodbury Street. And we were shared the documents that was shared with the public just now. And just to let you know that we are pleased to know that they are going to be doing this addition and have no concerns. And I think it would be good for the neighborhood.
Hey, thank you very much. Are there any other members of the public who would like to address this application? Seeing none, I will go ahead and close the public comment period for this hearing. So what the board has before it, this is an application for, it's a small addition on the rear of, a second floor addition on the rear of an existing house, over an existing single-story addition, and then also partly over an area behind the house. This is all being done within the required setback. And so the board will need to make a finding that the proposal is not substantially more detrimental than the current condition. And also, as we had noted, this property does not have any usable open space. And because we calculate usable open space relative to the gross floor area of the building, because there's more gross floor area, technically you need more usable open space. But because you have none and you're still going to have none, this is sort of the ironic, a greater degree of none is required here. So we need to make sure that we can make that finding as well, that is not substantially more detrimental. In making that finding, the board will usually refer to the criteria for a special permit. And so the primary finding of a special permit is that the adverse effects of the proposed use will not outweigh its beneficial impacts. So the adverse effects of this is just that it increases the degree of nonconformity with the rear yard setback. But it will also note that the immediately rear abutting property is at a lower elevation as the ground settles down towards Mass Ave. So it is not as apparent to the building next door. And the beneficial impacts is that it will provide greater usage of the home by the homeowners, so they can remain and continue to enjoy their home. And then as subsidiary findings, for a special permit would be that the requested use is allowed or allowed by special permit in the district. This is an existing single-family home, and as such can be extended with the finding of that the difference is not substantially more detrimental. We need to make a finding that the requested use is essential or desirable to the public convenience or welfare. As we noted, this provides additional living space for the family, allows them to stay in the house. It provides a necessary amenity as the currently having to go floor to floor to access the restroom is not as conducive to safe living in the home, having to traverse the stairs all the time. So this creates a safer interior environment, and does so in a way that is very in keeping with the character of the neighborhood and the appearance of the building. The requested use will not create undue traffic congestion or impair pedestrian safety. It will have no impact on either, as it's a rear addition. The requested use will not overload any public system. It will be connected to the town's water and sewer systems, but will not create any additional use of those systems. Special regulations, there are no special regulations for the requested use. Requested use will not impair the character or integrity of the district. As the applicants had noted, they had made it, really were cautious about making sure that it fit well into the character of the house and trying to maintain the slopes of the roof and we sort of making it fit within the character of the building. And The requested use will not be detrimental to public health or welfare. It won't have any impact on the public health or welfare. It will be beneficial to the health and welfare of the occupants. And the last is the requested use will not cause an excess of use detrimental to the neighborhood. This will remain a single-family home with the families being able to stay in their home, and as such, would not cause an excess of use. Where these are the findings for the special permit, but we use them as a guide um, for making the determination that it is not substantially more detrimental. Are there any additional questions or comments from the board in regards to those proposed findings? Seeing none, should the board vote to approve? There are 3 standard conditions that would be applied to this application. The first is the plans and specifications approved by the board for the special permit shall be the final plans and specifications submitted to the building inspector of the town of Arlington in connection with this application for zoning relief. There shall be no deviation during construction from approved plans and specifications without the express written approval of the zoning board of the Arlington Zoning Board of Appeals. The second is the building inspector is hereby notified they are to monitor the site and should proceed with appropriate enforcement procedures at any time they determine that violations are present. Building inspector shall proceed under section 3.1 of the zoning bylaw and under the provisions of chapter 40, section 21D of the Massachusetts General Laws, and institute non-criminal complaints. If necessary, the building inspector may also approve and institute appropriate criminal action, also in accordance with section 3.1. And the third is that the board shall maintain continuing jurisdiction with respect to the special permit grant. Given those 3 conditions, are there any additional conditions members of the board feel would be appropriate should the board vote to approve this request? Seeing none, I will ask Mr. Handlin if he would be willing to supervise the drafting of a decision in favor of approval.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I will.
Excellent. So then the next step for the board, is the board will take a vote to close the public hearing. We'll prepare the written decision, and then at our first meeting in June, which I have the date here somewhere, will be June 9th, the board will be voting on the final decision. So with that, I move that the Zoning Board of Appeals for the town of Arlington close the public hearing for docket 39019 Lancaster Road.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hanlon. So roll call vote of members present to close the hearing. Mr. DuPont.
Yes.
Mr. Hanlon.
Yes.
Mr. Holly.
Yes.
Mr. Baranowski.
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. We are closed on 39019 Lancaster Road. Thank you so much for coming before us tonight.
Night.
Thanks. Are you done with us?
Yeah.
You're all set for tonight. Yep.
All set.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you as well.
Yeah, we'll see you. Bye.
Okay, so that is the end of the items on our agenda for tonight. Our next meeting, as noted, is Tuesday, June 9th. Ms. Ralston, what does our night look like on June 9th?
Currently, we have no dockets for the
Ooh.
9th. We will end up having 3, I believe, on the 23rd.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, I was speaking today with Kin Lau, who's the chair of the redevelopment board, and he was saying that the redevelopment board is planning on having a retreat soon to sort of review where they are on things and sort of do planning for the future. He was curious if members of the Zoning Board of Appeals would be interested in attending for a portion of it, to be able to sort of discuss some of the things that are concerning to the board and how our 2 boards can better work together, and to make sure that we understand sort of the edges of jurisdictions and things like that. So I said I thought we would certainly be able to have a few people attend, that there might be some people interested in that. So he will get back to me when they have their schedule for that.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Hanlon.
just to underscore, we've been moving closer and closer to having real cooperation with the ARP over the last couple of years. This is a nice step in the right direction.
Absolutely. All right, well, that concludes our business for tonight. It looks like our meeting on the 9th of June will be very short. So with that, I would thank you all for your participation in tonight's meeting of the Arlington Zoning Board of Appeals. I appreciate everyone's patience throughout the meeting. I'd especially like to thank Colleen Ralston and Mike Champa for their assistance in preparing for and hosting our online meeting. Please note the purpose of the board's recording the meeting is to ensure the creation of an accurate record of its proceedings. It is our understanding that the recording made by ACMi will be available on demand at acmi.tv within the coming days. Arlington Community Media is dedicated to providing an electronic forum for the free exchange of information and ideas which reflect the talent, skills, interests, concerns, and diversity of the Arlington community. Please visit acmi.tv to learn how to support this valuable public resource. If anyone has comments or recommendations, please send them via email to zba@town.arlington.ma.us. That email address is also listed on the Zoning Board of Appeals website. And to conclude tonight's meeting, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr.
Second.
Henlon. Thank you,
Second.
Mr. DuPont. So roll call vote of the board to adjourn. Mr. DuPont,
Yes.
Mr. Henlon,
Yes.
Mr. Holly,
Yes.
Mr. Baranowski,
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg.
Yes.
The chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Good night.
Night
Good
all.
night, everyone.
Night.
Bye, everybody.